We're coming up on the halfway mark here. Your next comedian to the stage is my buddy Zachary Hunt, everybody.
Keep it going for everybody you've seen so far. So comedy, like most arts, is pretty subjective to whatever the person's saying and how the audience receives it, right? And I think movies is like the greatest example of that because there's such a large spectrum of things you can go through and interpret it different ways that many people have. But like some movies, you just see the title and you already know what the fuck it's about. Like Home Alone. It's no mystery. It's about a kid that's fucking home alone. Vacation. All 20 of them. About a fucking vacation. And Planes. The mythical tale of the spoon that feeds Joe Biden. Here comes the plane. But then there's also movies that like, you don't have to see to know shit about it. Like Scarface, Godfather, or Silence of the Lambs. Like that's got a scene that like everybody knows or has seen. Like Buffalo Bob, he's having an exchange with the person he has in the hole. If you haven't seen a Buffalo Bob, he's a real knucklehead. Like he's kidnapping all these women trying to make a skin suit. You know, normal courtship shit. And so like he has an exchange with her in the hole and he says, he's getting really peeved, you know, she's not listening. She's being a knucklehead. He said he puts the lotion on the skin or else he gets the hose again. What kind of a fucking threat is that? Because if I'm forced to choose between the lotion or the hose, never been one to turn down the hose. Not so ever. And Forrest Gump, we've all seen Forrest Gump. And like that one ending, I feel is generationally misconstrued. Like my grandma and them thought Jenny died from cancer. I think most of us thought she died from AIDS. And they're very plausible theories. But folks, I got a third option that nobody's putting out there. How do we know Forrest didn't give Jenny AIDS? Like how do we know that Forrest Gump isn't the prequel to Philadelphia? There's a lot of shit in that movie that have been misconstrued, guys. Like that scene, like he goes through history and you see all the shit that Forrest did, right? Like at the very beginning, when we're at his mom's whorehouse and like all those people are there, and like Elvis is there, right? And he's doing that walk and he's like, "Do that again for me, little boy." And then he walks and sees him do it on TV and everybody's like, "Yeah, he stole that from Forrest and did that dance." I think he just mocked a crippled kid on TV and everybody's like, "That's cool." And like, what would you call the guy that makes fun of the handicap? The king of rock and roll. That's the second time that hasn't worked. Still got one more. So I'll end on this, since we're gonna talk about grandmas. Like, my grandma is like the equalizer in fights, because like my mom can go toe to toe forever. But my grandma's always got the one up to shut me up. Like when I was little, I'd be like, "Grandma, it's so cold, I don't wanna walk to school." She said, when I was little, we had to walk 7 miles on snow every day to go to school. All right, check, Grandma. And you start bitching about TV when you get older. There's fucking nothing on. Well, Zachary, when I was little, there was only 3 channels. Fuck you again, Bonnie. But like, I thought I had her like now that I'm 30. Yeah, I didn't. Like I started bitching, I was like, you know, you don't understand what it's like now, Grandma. Like life was so much easier when you were young. Like I gotta deal with all this mental anguish, all this bullshit, financial struggles. She said, "Zachary, when I was little, my dad molested me. Shit happens. Checkmate." Like I can't beat that. But in that moment, like, it was clear to me, like this woman's been through so much shit and she's so sweet and kind. And the key to happiness is really simple. I just gotta convince my dad to molest me.
Oh no!
He's probably gonna say that too. All right, that's my